With YouTube attacking alternative media, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon for just $1 per month. Link below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and I remember when I turned 18. When I turned 18, one of the things I wanted to do the most was go to a strip club. I've seen it glamorized and glorified in movies and pop culture, and I just really wanted to go see a bunch of very attractive naked women. I make no excuse for that. I finally went when I was 18 because that when it was legally allowed for me to go. This story, on the other hand, it might get someone into some hot water. So it says here that millionaire father hires strippers to perform at his son's 12th birthday party, but the footage of them gyrating around the uncomfortable-looking boy divides opinion. So a millionaire dad wants to probably, before we even jump into this here, let's just speculate. It's always fun to speculate. So probably what's going on here is millionaire father is also a divorcee, wants to be the cool, fun dad. Son is turning 12, right? Goes, hey boy, what do you want for your birthday? Son's like, Dad, I want some strippers. And he's like, very cool. I'll make that happen. I just want to know, I just want to know the women involved. Like, they get to this party. There's a 12-year-old being obviously under the age of 18, dude whose balls maybe haven't even dropped yet, and all of a sudden they are, they're on top of him gyrating around. Like at no point did they just stop and go, this feels wrong, like, because at that point they probably have more hair on their upper lip than he does on his groin area. So there's that too. Now it says here, a millionaire father has come under fire for hiring strippers to perform at his 12-year-old son's birthday. Video footage of the birthday party, which reportedly took place in the United States. Actually, that makes me sadder that it was in the United States. Shows several exotic dancers performing on the boy. In one short segment, the boy appears uncomfortable while two strippers dance for him and rub their breasts against his face. And that's also just kind of a common thing. I've been on stage a lot at clubs, like for the whole birthday thing or whatever, and the girls come out and they do all that kind of stuff. It's a very awkward and uncomfortable experience. Like getting on stage and having all the girls kind of gyrate on you is not as much fun as it sounds. So I could understand a 12-year-old not knowing how to react to that at all. Because for one, it's not sexually attractive. I mean, at least it wasn't to me. For one, you're sitting there, you got them around you, they're dancing. It just feels odd. Everyone's looking at you, unless you're into that sort of thing, which I'm clearly not. But I can get that here. And so yeah, the minor's face has been blurred out. Absolutely. Several Spanish language news outlets have reported on the video, but it's not known exactly where it was filmed or the nationality of the family. So it's rumored that it's an American, but only Spanish language news has talked about it. But I mean, look at the back over here. You got in this left photo over here, you've got the two girls here, but look at the people in the top corner. Okay, the reflections off of their eyes. For one, that looks creepy as hell. And two, the dresses. What kind of party is this? Where was this taking place? And why was my childhood nowhere near as cool? Joking. But no, I mean, if you look at it here, it's you clearly see the woman's in a dress over here in the top, and the kid, look how skinny those arms are. And yeah, it's just the women are there and they're doing their normal thing, which, like I said before, when you are on stage or in that position where people are looking at you like that, it very much is it's not that alluring. Like there are videos out there of what they call dancing bear parties. I think Dancing Bear is the name of the company. And what it is ultimately is it's like a big party of women, like a bachelorette party, like 30, 40 women. They bring in the male stripper and then they kind of go through the line, and women, will like they'll play with the women's boobs, or the women will do whatever. And then, you're like, oh man, like how does this even work? Like, but it's all an act, because what they do is they bring in a big party. Then they pepper in the actresses that are going to be partaking in a lot of it. They wear wristbands. Then the stripper looks for those wristbands. And then those are the people who are very much in on it, and not just the bystander that's meant to be there for the sake of the video. So, there's always going to be differences in how these things play out. But let me get back on point. The father of the boy is reported to be a millionaire. The video shows the boy sitting on a chair while two female exotic dancers perform. One of them is sitting on the boy's lap and the other is standing behind him. So this is just kind of a little bit of the video right here. You get to see there's the dad. It makes me wonder if they went to another country for it, right? It does. It makes me look like they maybe went, but there's other people that were there. It's another party that was there. So what the hell is the story here? right? Now I'm more intrigued about the how. I can understand the why. Ultimately, like I said, it's a divorcee probably wanting to impress the son, to be the fun dad. So for his 12th birthday, takes him over to a strip club or brings strippers over. I mean, but still 12 years old, man, that's really, like, I don't agree with any of it. I just want that to be abundantly clear. I don't agree with any of it, right? And I've heard stories like this before where you've got like a parent who is like they'll bring over strippers, but it's always like a Florida man situation, you know? So you're like, oh, Florida man, yeah, I get it, right? Like you understand that. But this is different. This is creepier, in my opinion. But you see there's a guy over here in the back. There's like the dude here. He's smiling. I mean, like, look, he's tanner. He's a tan gentleman. I don't know if that's a nationality thing or how much melanin he has in the skin. But there's that. And then you've got this dude over here and wait, that boy is shirtless. So they took off the boy's shirt and then they're doing that to him. Ultimately, what I can take from this is that that's an embarrassing thing. That's an insanely embarrassing thing. You've got a 12-year-old boy who probably doesn't really fully grasp everything that's going on around him. And his father is cheering him on or egging him on and you know, paying the women to be this particular way. Now, in other cultures, if this didn't happen in the United States, other cultures, I know they do view sexuality a little bit differently, especially at different ages, but I'm just weirded out by this whole thing. Now, another clip shows a boy with his top off dancing with one of the lingerie-clad women by the stripper pole. The father can be seen smiling broadly and encouraging his son. The video was shared widely on YouTube, where users have questioned the father's parenting abilities. Yeah, you think? Like here's the thing. When my daughter turns, 18, and she's like, hey, I want to go see Thunder from Down Under or something, I'll be all like, hey, you're of age. You go have fun. All right. Most of those guys are gay, just so you know, but you go have fun. All right. But if she was like, 12 years old and like, Dad, I really want to see Thunder from Down Under for my birthday, I'd be like, no. We're going to watch My Little Pony. That's going to be it. But that's ultimately how I would handle it. This guy, again, this comes across as like a power situation. Like he's trying to gain some favor somewhere. Commentators have called the father's birthday gift inappropriate, saying a prepubescent boy should not be sexualized in this way. Some even calling it sexual abuse of a child. I don't know calling it sexual abuse of a child is a very interesting way of looking at it. Because I don't quite know necessarily if that is accurate. I would say that calling it, I don't know. Okay, so, well, let's kind of talk about this for a second. The boy's 12. Clearly under any age of consent laws. Clearly younger than any of them, especially in the United States. So if this took place in the United States, the youngest you can go, 16, right? The youngest. Whereas 20, 30, 40 years ago, I believe the whole Roy Moore situation, it was 14 back in the 70s in Alabama. They've raised it. Other countries have an age of consent that I do believe goes between 14 and 16, but anywhere I can think of off the top of my head doesn't have an age of consent law that is that's that young. So the boy clearly probably having either just started puberty or not having started puberty yet, since boys tend to develop a little bit later, probably doesn't have any real idea what's happening there. So he is being taken advantage of by these women who are being paid to gyrate on top of him. But like I said, ultimately, when you do that, it's not a sexy situation. It's really not. But he doesn't know that, and nor would he be able to understand that or know that or comprehend that. But the father, I believe, is wanting it to be that passage, right? This strikes me as one of those moments. Like I said, he wants to be the fun dad. He wants to be that kind of cool dad. But ultimately, if he's encouraging this and he's cheering it on and he's putting it together, this is meant to be that like passage thing too. So on top of that, or maybe adjacent or in replacement of, this is a moment where this dad wants his boy to be a man. So meaning that the son did something that the father didn't care for, that the son is not showing developmental patterns that the father believes that at that age the boy should be at. Either way, it's not good. Now, do I think this is going to damage this boy for life? No, probably not. Probably not. Not to the extent which you would think. It's going to be one of those things where hopefully the parent, the mom will catch wind of this, use it in a custody battle, and just get the kid. I'm hoping that. I'm also hoping that the dad gets a lot of crap for this and never does it again. And also to any other parent out there that wants to be that cool, hip, fun parent, take your kid to an R-rated movie, for crying out loud. Don't hire strippers for their 12-year-old birthday, right? Like, you can do it in a way that's not going to be considered mentally scarring for life. But I turn it over to you. I want to know your guys' thoughts. It is an interesting tale because there's a lot there to look at and to discuss and to unpack. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. So let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. If you haven't already, thumbs up the video, subscribe, share the video around, help it get some traction. Maybe we can find out who this guy is. And also, if you want to support the channel, best way to do so is Patreon, or links below in the video description. Or if you just want to watch more content from me, you can do so right now.